Hey everyone, Mr. DVB here, and welcome back to the DVB podcast. This is the third episode. Today I'm being joined by my good friend...
Parker, hello! Hello, DVB Nation.
Ah, yes, the official name decided today by Parker. Yes, so this is the third episode. Originally, there was supposed to be one with me, Aiden, and Nathan, where we discussed 2 animated films. That didn't happen. We watched the movies, but we just never got around to filming it. And it probably will never happen. So I decided, let's invite somebody even cooler over, my good friend Parker. And we watched just one film. We watched Full Metal Jacket, directed by Stanley Kubrick. And yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. That film as well as some other subtopics later on. So, Parker, do you want to give the very basic plot synopsis for Full Metal Jacket?
Okay, I might have to take a glance here, but from memory, we start off at a training base, and then we sort of see how the army trains recruits and takes away their personality before sending them into war. Then we cut to the war, and we have some time in Vietnam with one of our returning characters from the start, and yeah, we have some intense battles over there. We sort of see what it's like, and
Stuff
then
goes down.
Yeah, it sort of wraps up.
Yeah, better than I could even do myself. So that is Full Metal Jacket. That is the basic plot, like he said. So, Stanley Kubrick, before we talk about this movie, I'd like to discuss him as a director very quickly. So you've watched, which of his movies have you watched so far, of what you know is his?
So I've seen A Clockwork Orange. Mm-hmm. I really like that film. And then Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. That's probably one of my favorites, maybe like top 10. And then this is the third film I've seen. I still have yet to see 2001 and The Shining, but I'm getting around to it.
Alright, yes. So, I've watched, like, the first half or so of 2001: A Space Odyssey. I've watched The Shining many times. And I've watched Clockwork Orange. I'm trying to think if I've seen any other of his films.
I know there's, like, The Killing, and I don't know. He has Paths of Glory. That's a war film. They're all pretty early, though.
Yeah. I think this might just be I think I'm going to say about as you were. I've only seen, like, 3 other of his films. Or 2 of his, or whatever. But yeah, no. Yes. So I haven't seen a ton of Kubrick films, but I do really like him as a director. This is a film I've heard quite a bit about over the years, and it was nice to finally sit down and watch it. So I'll just very quickly just your general thoughts. Like, did you like it? Did you dislike it? Did you know?
Yeah, I really liked it. In the context of Kubrick's other movies, I'd say it's just as good as Clockwork and Dr. Strangelove. I enjoyed it pretty much just as much. And yeah, I felt all the performances were great. The film itself was really interesting. Great story. Yeah, overall I really liked it.
Nice. I really enjoyed it as well. I didn't quite love the second half as much. Like, the part I liked the most, honestly, was when they were going through their training, because that's where I feel like the film had its I mean, that's where you had just the really memorable stuff for me, like when it came to performances and whatnot, because you have the drill sergeant who is just great in this movie. He's hilarious.
Yeah, I think that really set it apart from other Vietnam films.
Yeah, and just war films in general, honestly, because a lot of war films they don't really focus on the before, whereas like this film focused quite a bit on just like them going through training and stuff, and that was a very memorable character. So yeah, I really like that part of this movie. Like you said, the performances were all really good. And it's not that I dislike the second half of the movie. It's just that like it's quite a different film in the second half than it is in the first bit.
Feels very segmented.
Yeah, and the second half as well. Like, it was kind of interesting because I didn't really feel like it actually had like necessarily a huge goal. Like, what I mean is like them as the military, they didn't have necessarily a goal in that scene. Because you watch some other movies where it's like they have a specific thing they're doing. In this movie, it was kind of just like some war scenes, kind of just like strung together, and yeah. But no, yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was well shot. There's some really cool sequences. Like, there's some shots, there's not too many of them, but like there's like nighttime shots they have where I don't know if it's sundown or whatnot, but it's like really orange looking, and they're like the silhouettes of the characters and whatnot.
Yeah, those are really nice.
Some shots like that I really like, especially near the end. There's like some burning buildings and stuff, and they have those kind of shots. So there's some really cool cinematography went on this movie. But yeah, the highlight here, definitely the performances, like you said. Thought they were great across the board. Who was your favorite, would you have to say?
I think I got to go with the Sergeant Hartman. I mean, he's the obvious pick, but yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So great.
Yeah, so he was definitely hilarious. Because he was actually, I believe he was a real sergeant, like actually like in real life before the movie. And he's done like some other, I don't know if he's done any other military roles, but I know that in a video game I used to play when I was little, Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, he voiced one of the enemies who talked the same way, where he's like,
very intimidating.
You're playing like E10 Crash Bandicoot, and he's like, hell, I'll let you fuck my sister.
Oh, very fitting.
He doesn't say anything like that. But no, yeah, he was really good in it, and yeah, like all the performances, it has like that kind of classic Kubrick thing where it's like the character who's kind of going through the mental stuff, and you have like their stare. Like so you said that like of the Kubrick films you've watched, this is kind of like even as far as other ones go, like it's kind of on par.
I really enjoy all of his work.
Yeah, for me, I agree. I enjoy all of his work. Of the ones I've watched of his, though, this is probably my least favorite, to be honest. Shining's definitely my favorite. Like Clockwork Orange, I think with Clockwork Orange, I find it like a very, because I feel like Clockwork Orange is much more of a character study. Honestly, like that's definitely a character study film, and I find it's kind of interesting. It's a weird movie, like very weird at some parts, like the giant dick statue that he's using to kill Wendy. There's some weird parts of that film, but
all the language too, like waggies and hello.
There's some interesting scenes in that movie, but I don't know. Like with this one, for me personally, there wasn't necessarily one character that like I kind of not only cared for, but like found as interesting as some of the other characters in these movies, right? Because it's kind of focused on a few different characters. Like there's performances I really liked, but there wasn't really a character where I just thought to myself, "Oh, that's a great character." Besides the drill sergeant. And he was great mostly just because like his performance was funny and most of his dialogue. It wasn't like him as a character. It was like, oh, what an amazing character, like for these specific in-depth reasons. Like,
yeah, for sure.
So it didn't stand out as much for me compared to his other films. So I think a lot of his films are like deep character studies almost. Like I know you haven't watched The Shining, but like, you know, I'm sure you kind of got that from like Clockwork Orange.
Yeah,
so it's, like,
the Malcolm McDowell character there.
Yeah,
I think that's definitely the strongest.
Yeah, for sure. And what was the other one that you watched of his? Oh, Strangelove. I haven't watched that.
Yeah, Strangelove is one of my favorites. There's George C. Scott plays General Buck Turgison. That's probably my favorite character in that movie, and it's sort of like it's an absurd character, like the sergeant. So it's not a character study really, but it's just a really great performance.
Yeah. Was George C. Scott like I don't know because I know that I just know this because of other media. Was he the guy that was in Exorcist 3?
I have not seen Exorcist 3. I've only seen the first one. But he could be. But he's pretty famous, like, theater-trained guy, and he does serious roles, so I'm not sure he'd do it.
I'm going to find out real quick.
Yeah.
I think it might have been him, honestly. George.
Yeah, Kubrick had to, like, trick him into doing this over-the-top performance, because he was wanting to do a more...
I did not spell
more subtle...
Exorcist 3. Okay, Exorcist 3. I think it might have been George C. Scott. I think I recall, like... Cast.
There's a lot of war. Oh yeah,
it is George
C.
Scott.
Exorcist 3.
Exorcist 3 is actually I actually liked Exorcist 3.
I've heard good things about that one.
Yeah, it's because it didn't get good initial reviews, but like it's one film that's kind of just like grown a bit of a following over the past few years, and I really like it personally. Like because I like the first one a lot. Like I don't. The first Exorcist, you said you've watched it?
Yeah, I watched it this Halloween, so I'm pretty familiar with it, yeah.
Because I liked Exorcist a lot, like the original one, I think it's great.
Yeah.
2, I've heard is awful.
I've heard that too, yeah.
I've never watched it, never will. But the third one, it's quite different from the original one, like it's more of a psychological thriller, and I don't know, like I'd watch the movie first, and then I'd watch RLM's video on it, because it's very, like, interesting, like, I really like that movie. Anyways, but yeah, back to Full Metal Jacket. And Kubrick. That's just interesting.
Exorcist side note.
Yeah, Exorcist side note. Watch. That's another good movie I recommend you guys. But so overall, Full Metal Jacket, they actually released a 4K a few months ago.
Oh.
I might get it eventually. I don't know, but because I think they're kind of going through with Kubrick 4Ks. Like they did 2001: A Space Odyssey. They did Shining, which I bought from the U.S. and it was like $55 of shipping and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then like 2 months later, it released in Canada.
It's pretty.
I like the artwork a lot. No, it's not steel, but I like the artwork.
Oh yeah, pretty nice.
Yeah, Shining's great.
Yeah, well, this looked really sharp in 1080. Like.
Yeah, it was really good. So I can imagine that the 4K would be nice.
4K will just be beautiful, I'm sure.
Yeah. Overall, I enjoyed the film a lot. Like I said, great performances. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed the first half more. I kind of wish, because it wasn't even really the first half. It was the first 40 minutes, and the movie's like an hour and 50 something. So it was kind of like the first.
Oh, that's 40 minutes. That whole training.
Yeah. And like
it definitely feels like half and half.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
It feels completely
segmented.
Pretty even.
Because yeah, I really like that first bit. Because I think that the reason I like that first bit so much is because it was like I thought it was just like kind of original for a war movie, whereas the second half, I thought it was well executed, but it didn't feel as original, right? Because like it kind of reminded me a lot of like Apocalypse Now, like and just other Vietnam War films. Whereas like the first half, it just felt unique for the genre. But yeah. Do you do ratings at all or no?
I'm not one really to do ratings.
Most people on this show never do ratings.
I could give it a recommendation.
You give a recommendation? Okay, yeah, we'll do recommendations this time around. So yeah, I would recommend it as well. You said you would?
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, cool, yeah. If I had to give it a rating myself, you don't have to do one, I'd probably say it was like an 8 for me. Again, really liked it. And yeah, good film.
We're not leaving Doc J and 8-Ball out there!
Are those live rounds? 7.62 millimeter. Full metal jacket.
Alright, so subtopic. Okay. We're gonna talk about just short films in general. Not really like any. This one is like something that's just kind of unscripted. We didn't discuss this beforehand.
Yeah, we'll see where this one goes.
Throw words at the camera.
Lots of tangents.
Yeah, but short films. What do you think?
Short films. I like them. I miss making them.
I feel the exact same way.
So your last one was Double Crossed?
Yeah, that was pretty much my last short film, which was like June of last year.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, 20. Yeah.
Yeah, without media production to drive the production, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, because it's like I wanted to make so many short films, but it's just like exactly like you said, without media production, there's no drive. Like you kind of lack the drive, and so
yeah,
Parker is somebody who he's made a lot of short films in the past. Some very good ones.
Not great.
No, they're good. They're good. He's made some great ones. So I will leave a link to his channel called Condor Productions.
Thank you. Yes, Condor Productions. Maybe changing names in the future because I'm not super fond of that, but
go check it out. Go check it out because he's got some good stuff. I recommend Cabin Fever. That's a good one. Yeah. Saving Private Parker.
Saving Private Parker. Yeah. Action. Catch it while it's still listed.
Oh man, he's gonna unlist it the second this video drops. That's a good one. But no, yeah, like, because I announced a short film on my channel a couple days ago. I didn't make a video announcement. I just did like a community post.
Yeah.
And I announced The Girl of Your Dreams. That's all. It was just like some shitty Photoshop poster I made in about 10 seconds.
Oh, it looked pretty good.
I kind of liked it. It looked like a book cover is what I thought.
Yeah,
like,
I'd click on that thumbnail.
Yeah, so... yeah, I just announced that, and I didn't say anything about it because I wanted to keep the plot very low. We're going to discuss it very briefly here, but without directly referring to what the plot is about.
Okay. You'll be amazed.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I've kind of had, like, some ideas I've wanted to do for this film for a while now. Again, I'm not going to talk about what it's really about, but it's something I wanted to do for a while. It's set during the winter because we kind of have to adapt to that climate right now.
Yes. Winnipeg is not the best spot for making movies.
No, it is not. So we kind of have to stick with that winter setting, but... it's going to be a small cast, mainly due to like COVID and stuff, but also just because it's not a story that requires lots of roles. So it's going to have me, my friend Parker, and our friend Brooke. So it'll just be like the three of us, and that's all I'll say.
Yeah, look for it sometime.
Look for it eventually. We're hoping to get it out as soon as possible because I'm moving this summer, and I'd like to make as like many short films as possible. So you're probably going to see Parker quite a bit over the next few months in some videos.
Right. Look forward to it.
Yes, look forward to all one short film that come out.
Yeah, well, you can just watch it 20 times.
We'll try to make more than just one. I'd like to get like
some Memoria in the can.
Memoria would be nice because that's like that'll. I'm telling you, if Memoria happens, that's gonna be your breakthrough role.
Oh yeah,
that'll get you into the big leagues, my friend.
Well, I already broke through with Les Victor of Laugh Track, but
that's his best role by far, I'd say.
Yeah, after that, it's all been a downward spiral.
Yeah. Well, look forward to him as Crane. Victor Crane,
One Mission 2.
Reprising his role as that great character.
I think we're calling it One Mission 2, or One Mission: The Rise of Crane, dropping the 2 because
really?
We don't want to be associated with One Mission.
Interesting.
Or minimal association.
All right, so it's not even gonna have a. Wow.
You're getting some exclusives.
Yeah, some exclusive. This video's gonna blow up now. We're gonna get all 6 of your subscribers.
Once you got One Mission knowledge, then they flock.
Then it's just the herd. Oh, okay, they do travel in herds.
The Condor Crew.
The Condor... Hey, that's what you should call your subscribers. What's up, Condor Crew?
I think Corridor might come after me for that.
Yeah, Corridor Crew.
Yeah. Too many crews.
Tom. Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Les Grossman. Fuck your own face.
Yes, that was a great role. Les Grossman, Les Victor.
Oh, I didn't even know. Landon wrote the part, but
Both
Landon,
kind of like, not a director, but like,
yeah.
Les Victor, producer, whatever you want to call it, who's just like pissed off all the time.
He likes to have a lot of freakouts.
Yeah, both characters, there's this parallels to be drawn.
Yeah, maybe there's some inspiration.
I don't even think Landon knows about Tropic Thunder's existence.
Probably not.
Probably not. He only knows about Jurassic World's existence.
Sorry to diss you, Micah, but Christmas movies, you gotta expand your horizons.
Yeah. Oh, wait till they make Jurassic Park Christmas special. That'll,
man.
That'll get him creeping his
Raptors
pants.
and Santa hats.
Yeah. Oh boy. Chris Pratt is Santa Claus.
Yeah, I can't wait. Is this an exclusive?
Maybe. I don't know. Chris Pratt, you tell us.
Feels like a Nerd Crew. We got exclusives.
Yeah, we got exclusives. He's gonna comment on this video like, yes, we are indeed. Speaking of the Nerd Crew, but that's RLM, right?
Love the Nerd Crew, yeah.
Yes, RLM. They, you know, with the whole William Shatner thing.
Oh yeah,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, poor Mike. His childhood heroes are coming after him.
Yeah, coming after him. Like, what a sad story.
Boomer fight.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, check out RLM. It's like it's my favorite channel. If it's
Yeah,
yours.
RLM's the tops. You can't beat it.
Yeah, they're by far my favorite. But no, yeah. So short films, we'd like to make some. Like I've got a few ideas in the noggin. Like we talked a little bit about Girl of Your Dreams, which again I kind of want to keep under wraps about what it's about. I'll put it this way: it's not a romance. I'll just say that because I don't want people thinking I'm going to make a romance that'd be super cringeworthy. It's not at all a romance. It's more of a mystery thriller. I guess I'll just reveal that now. So there you have it, folks. It's a mystery
big
thriller.
reveal.
Big reveal. What could it be about? It's not romance. I'd like to make like we talked about Memoria. That would be a longer one. Memoria would definitely be like my longest project.
Yeah, I don't know if we could get that in the can before July, but it would be
thing.
really elaborate.
Like that's the thing. That's something that I feel like I could get done in like a month.
Yeah.
If there was like there was no snow.
Oh yeah.
Which is why like I want to get that, like that's what I'm hoping, like we're like by the time like April hits, like snow's gone, because then it's like April, May, June. I have all those months and I could like try to knock out that in like one. That'd be tough, but that'd be great.
I'm here.
Yeah. So that's one I'd like to do. Not Uncontrollable. That's never happening.
Uncontrollable. I don't even think I know what Uncontrollable is.
That's the Alien one with me and my cousins. I don't know if you ever watched it. It's not very good.
The really old one?
Yes.
Okay.
Because there was gonna be a sequel to that, but it never happened. No, not Uncontrollable. What's the other one? Retaliation. Retaliation 2, Electric Boogaloo. That's something that Aiden and I wanted to make for a while. We had a subtitle created. It was The Hunt. Retaliation, The Hunt. It was basically a knockoff John Wick series, but
well, if you can get anywhere close to John Wick, then
I don't even think
you've done it.
Yeah, John Wick's not even the most original storyline of all time ever.
No, I'm sure there's like 100 things before John Wick that did John Wick.
There's no water in here.
Oh.
Oops.
This podcast is a disaster. It's like Far Side podcast. No water for the guests.
Yeah,
when
no.
there is, I'm getting soaked.
And this time it's the host who doesn't have water. The guest gets a freaking Coke can.
Some
Is it a
respect
full
for the
Coke?
guests
It is
on
too.
here.
See? At least I'm taking the hit here. It's the host who's missing out on getting water in their system. But yeah. Do you have any short films planned for your future?
Short films. Well, one mission is in editing. It has been in production since December of 2019. So that was supposed to be a grade 12 final project, which did not happen. Then we reshot a lot of the stuff we did because I was horrible, and now I'm slightly better at filming. So I have to do one more scene for one mission 2. Then you can expect to see that sometime this summer.
Nice.
Then I have I'm doing a making of for Cabin Fever, which will probably be like 15 minutes or something. So
Solid.
yeah, we'll see.
So one mission 2, like say that we were able to shoot the grave scene like next week.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Then would the film be out like next week?
Well, I've got pretty much all the visual effects done. It's a lot of like the score.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this brass orchestral score by myself because I wanted to have some like specific music cues and match the actions on screen. Also, I'm trying to do some miniature work, which is kind of disastrous, and miniatures are a pain in the ass, so avoid them if you can.
Have you how long is it so far? Maybe we can get an exclusive.
Oh, yeah,
The channel can get an exclusive running time sneak peek.
Okay, well,
And then give us a guess afterwards about like how long you think the cemetery scene is, and then we can like throw together.
So I think as it stands right now, it's 20-ish minutes.
Ooh.
So decently long. First scene is like 3 or something minutes, so pretty long first scene, and some smaller ones, and then maybe 25 once credits and cemetery. It'll be a decently long one.
This is pretty exciting stuff here, folks. You guys have no idea like how hard this makes something that long.
Yeah, this project was a major pain in the ass this summer. I was taking like strategic days off of work to try and schedule these shoots. And once the cemetery scene is done, there'll be a major load off my mind, because the stupid one mission, The Rise of Crane, is going to be the death of me.
Do you think it'll be the greatest film ever, though? That's the question.
I think it'll be up there with Saving Private Parker, maybe a little lower. It's tough to beat. Man. Well, it's kind of weak right now, but once the score's in, it'll definitely take it up a notch.
Music makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
like I remember.
It's all about
editing and music makes a huge difference. I remember filming a scene once. It was back in Indiana Jones. It was the boat fight, and it was terrible. Like it was like the shittiest scene ever. And then I put it together, and I put music in. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. It's like a revelation every time.
Pretty good.
And I've got some sound design stuff to do too. So once that's all worked out,
I think that's like like what would you say is your favorite aspect of making films? Because for me, it's like I hate writing. Writing is the worst part.
Miserable. I hate writing as well.
Yeah, it sucks because when you're writing it, it's like... Because the way I used to write scripts was I would just write the dialogue as I'm like coming up with the story, which is a terrible idea because then the plot makes no sense and you're like second guessing stuff. So I think the best idea is to come up with your main ideas, then kind of do like an outline of like scene by scene what happens, and then write the dialogue to go with it. That's how I write now.
Yeah.
What's your approach usually?
So as you can tell through the dialogue that you'll see in One Mission 2 and the dialogue that's in Cabin Fever. Those scripts Cabin Fever was written in 2 days, and I was trying to like get anything before leaving for the cabin because I knew it was going to be like a major rush once we got there. So basically I wanted just to film anything, and I didn't really have like a strong idea. So that one is not very good dialogue wise. And then One Mission 2, we started writing it in December 2019, but just like outline events.
Yeah.
And then I've sort of been like, it evolved from there, but still it was only written in like 3 or 4 days. So there's one really painful scene you'll see with Noah and Joseph, but otherwise I feel like there's some half decent stuff in there. So writing process is like, yeah, just outline as you said, and then sort of filling in each scene with dialogue.
I'm excited to see that then. But yeah, no, that's pretty much like that's the technique I take. But favorite part for me, like I always enjoy filming because it's nice to just be with your friends and like getting to make it when they're all into the project. When they're not into the project, it is just
looking at you, everyone.
Yeah,
except my family.
It's just a mess when you're filming with like people who aren't interested.
Yeah,
that's why like you gotta find people who are like into it. Because like, I haven't worked with you before, but like the few times that I have, it's like we both get into it technically, like very like technical wise. We're both like into it when it comes to like setting up shots and stuff. We have the same mindset, I feel like, so it's not like me working with somebody who just doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's nice to work with somebody like that. So yeah, but for me it's editing. Editing's the best part because that's where you're like, I don't know, there's something about editing. It's just like you get to just sit down and you get to just make the magic happen. You get to just like put everything together. You get to put everything together, and then just like watching it, like as it's being put together, like there's just something special about it. It's like so fun to do that because you're really getting to craft exactly what you want.
Yeah. Editing's always a great part of the process. Although it can run for a long time. Like Cabin Fever ran way too long. That was from like August to September, October, just because I wasn't doing it constantly enough.
Yeah.
So I sort of got bogged down in the edit there.
My favorite part when it comes to editing is like, when. Where was I going with this? Editing, it's fun.
Well, how about storyboarding? Do you storyboard stuff?
No. I never storyboard. Do you?
Yeah, I storyboard basically everything, and that's one of my problems. Is like I don't
like storyboarding. I might get into it again in the future.
But yeah, usually it works out pretty well in that I get almost always what I'm looking for. But I sometimes like miss stuff that would have come up on set because I'm too stuck to the storyboard. But a lot of the times I need it to refer back to, otherwise I get completely lost in the shoot.
It's probably a good idea for me to like start storyboarding, but it's just something I like when I'm not. We had to do it for school, but like that's out of school. I never do it because it's just like, I don't know, a waste of time for me. But no, yeah, like just back to like editing for a second. 'Cause I do not remember what I was gonna say earlier.
Yeah, okay.
I enjoy editing a lot. I really because that's what I remember what I was gonna say now.
Okay.
I like to leave editing. This is the way I like to do it. I don't really like editing as I go along. I like filming everything and then editing everything in like one sitting, which doesn't always happen because editing can take forever. But like, for example, when I did Double Crossed, I started editing at like about 12, and I finished at 8 a.m. So like I just sat there for 8 hours editing, and then I handed it in that morning to our teacher's Dropbox thing. Like I handed it in that morning. So like I stayed up for like 8 hours just sitting there editing. And there's just something fun, because for me, it's like editing goes by so fast. I'm so into it because I just love splicing the clips and stuff and like throwing the music in and getting everything the way I want it to. So that's my favorite aspect. I miss that stuff. I just missed working on films, and that's why I'm glad that we're gonna get some out before I go.
Yeah.
Before I bite the dust.
Try to mass produce. We're going Blumhouse here. Quantity over quality.
Yeah, we're gonna be. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna be Blumhouse now. Our next film is gonna be Fantasy Island.
Oh god, Fantasy Island. Or we could do something like Monster
Truth
Movie.
or Dare.
Yeah.
Gonna make a bunch of those type of movies, so look forward to them. But no, like I said, Girl of Your Dreams will be the next one, and then after that, it's kind of like a mixed bag. Like it could be something new that we come up with in the meantime. It could be Memoria or whatever. And like Parker said, he has One Mission 2 coming out this summer. Or sorry, One Mission Rise of Crane.
Yeah, come on. There's no 2. No association to the One Mission that you may have seen.
But I'm looking forward to that. So, and that kind of wraps up this episode. Full Metal Jacket, we enjoyed it. And short films, we enjoy making them.
Yeah.
And we miss making them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Some coming up though.
Some coming up. So thank you all for watching this video. We'll see you guys next time. I don't know when the next episode will be because it the last time did not follow schedule. It was supposed to be weekly, and there was like a 3-week gap between the last episode and this one. So next one will be whenever it comes. But yeah, thank you for joining us, Parker.
Yeah, thank you. Hope to be back on the DVB eventually.
On the DVB.
Oh, does that?
Don't take that out of context, people.
No, cut it.
What the hell was that, man?
Oh god.
They're not supposed to know about us.